Hello and welcome to episode 10 comeback. This is the comeback episode for Shenmue the animation. I'm your host George, and like always with me is Barry.
Come back. Come back, Rio.
So this is already we're already getting to the end of this journey, at least for season 1. What do you think about this episode now that we left the four voodoo? It's like I almost felt like what was the voodoo for? Because he just took off. He's like, oh yeah, anyway, I have to find this person. Come on, let's go, Ren. And it's like totally different episode. Like it almost felt like this one could be squeezed anywhere in between the other ones if they wanted to. I don't know why.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
What was your opinion?
I mean, I'm glad to be past the voodoo. Coming into this anime series, I never thought that would be the hurdle, is that the cups. Like, I was actually looking forward to that part, and then when it got stretched out to 4 episodes, I was like, really? Wow, okay. And it wasn't bad, but it was just kind of like, as mentioned, the 4 voodoo basically is the same length as Shenmue 1.
Yeah.
Which is criminal, in my opinion. I think this whole series should have been half-half. I think we should have spent more time in Yokosuka. But having said that, I thought this was a pretty solid episode. And I like seeing more of the villains, and I like seeing ties to Shenmue 3. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, and that's actually how we're going to start this episode with talking. Right in the beginning, we actually get more. What's this guy's name? Yunshin Yuan is this guy's name,
Yuan.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is related to Yuan from the Yellowhead, right? The trans character? Same person.
Well, so here's what we're going to say. So in the previous episode, I misspoke because I had talked through the different versions. And what I was trying to do is trying to be respectful. But in doing that, I misspoke. Because basically, my reading is that Yuan was a trans character. I don't think a transvestite, which again, now I'm getting into murky waters that I don't really understand. But to my understanding, that's where it's like, I'm a male, but I feel more comfortable in woman's clothing. Maybe that is who Yuan is, But my reading was that it was a man who identified as a woman. And in the original Japanese version, it was voiced by a man and referred to as a man, but visually appeared to be a woman and acted as a woman. And my reading is that in the 80s, they weren't like they were now, where they're like, oh, let's use the proper pronouns. Instead, it was just like, oh, who's that guy? And I felt like Juan just kind of put up with it. In the English version, it was Liesl Wilkerson. No, yes, it was. It was Liesl Wilkerson, who also voiced Joy, and they just did a blanket female cut. So they referred to Yuan as a woman, she, her, had a female voice, and her reading is that Yuan was trans. And I believe that's even what they told her, told Liesl Wilkerson, but they made it ambiguous. Now, a new little bit of news or information was that the Xbox version, which was in Japanese, actually had a Japanese voice actress redub Yuan, and all the subtitles referred to Yuan as a woman. If I'm getting that right.
I'm not sure. But...
And that's where the confusion came from. Right?
I think so.
And the Japanese, and that was in that Japanese version. No, I'm sorry. The Xbox one was in Japanese. See, that's where I'm getting confused. Right? No. The Xbox one was in English. The European Japanese Dreamcast one was in Japanese. And when it re-released recently with the Japanese option, there was a female voice actress. I think that's it. It's so
You're like Charlie, with the conspiracy board.
Right. Suffice to say, done so many different variations on Yuan. It's like it's like a gray area.
Yeah, I would say yes. But this Yuan, the one we're talking about is Shenua's father, not the cross-dressing one in the beginning of the episode.
I had to get that out of the way.
I know you had it bottled up inside. I will say, Yushin Yuan. This is I don't think we ever saw him outside of like flashbacks and that picture that they had in 3. So the fact that you actually see, like, I wish they had scenes like this in Shenmue 1 and 2 where Shinua was kind of like setting up the story for when Ryu gets there, so it doesn't just feel like, oh, it just happens that her father took off at this exact moment that I showed up when I'm looking for this person.
Right.
Yeah. So I thought that was a cool cutscene. What do you think about that, the beginning of the episode, additional content?
I thought it was cool. Like, as I've said in many past episodes, any moments from Shenmue 3 or characters or situations or whatever is welcome, because it ties the whole series together a lot better than I think even the games did. So very cool. I like that.
Next, we got more Rin. I don't know. What was your opinion on him? He was always repeating his, like, I feel like you're going to give me a lot of money, like over like an NPC character in a video game. Like if you talk to him every time.
Yeah. He's a little one note.
Yeah, right. I thought that like they should have built maybe a little more of this like good boy Ryu and bad boy Rin relationship, right, with putting them in, you know, like, oh, Ryu would have done this to get out of this jam the way that Rin would have done, you know. Ren
kind of reminds me of Knuckles in the Sonic anime OVA, where he's like, as long as treasure's involved, well, why aren't we hunting treasure? It's like that's all he talked about was hunting treasure.
Yeah. We also got more. We actually got finally Du New. Is that how you say his name? The big, burly, beautiful, bald-headed man, which I think is based on Vin Diesel. I'm just joking. I don't think it is. But anyway, every time he like walks in the anime, the whole thing's like dun 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 dun. Like he shakes the whole earth with just this like weight, you know. His character was, I guess it is what he is, the meathead that has a boyfriend, I guess, in this one. Because what did he say when he when somebody hit Yuan? He's like, "Don't hit my sweet boy" or "my sweet cakes" or something like that in the English one, I think. But I don't know what he said in the Japanese.
Yeah, I think it's more explicit in the Japanese one. I could be wrong.
What was it like? My sweet booty.
Sure. I mean, that's how people talk. Yeah. That's,
in Japan, in China, I don't know, in the 80s. There was also this additional scene with Lan Di and Juan and Du New bowing down to the all great Lan Di, and he's like looking out the window. I wish they would have more scenes like that, because it was just like they answered Lan Di. Oh, okay. But like they never showed Lan Di being like casually chilling in a hotel room, like not that far away from Ryu, you know what I mean? I thought that was a cool scene. What was your opinion on this scene?
Cool. I liked him hanging out. Yeah, no, I mean, I think just this episode in general, seeing Ren a bunch, seeing the villains a bunch. I mean, I was happy. I like Lan Di being integrated a lot more into this, because he only appears at like the beginning and end of every game, it seems, and so to have him be more of a presence is appreciated. So I mean, even if I'm down on the 4 episodes, I mean, I think by and large this anime has been really strong in those respects.
We also got to see Yuan's bird, the Mina bird. Is that what it? Mina bird.
That's right.
Yeah. And this is actually in the game. They actually integrated it a little different here. I think they might do the whole closet scene. I think they're just introducing the characters. So this is probably one of the most important characters, this bird. Literally nothing, like, I think he has that scene where he tells them that you're in the closet, and that's literally his only like video game thing. But I really, really thought that it was cool that they brought the bird back, because I really liked the look of the bird, you know. I just put it in here because I wanted to say that. That's it. Anything you want to add about the bird?
I think you should get one. Have it sitting behind you.
Oh, God.
So you're like, hello and welcome to Sega Talk. And it'll go, welcome to Sega Talk. Welcome to Sega Talk.
Exactly. That would be... Oh, and my last picture of the of it, we finally... Oh, no, actually, I think I have one more. But yeah, we finally got Wanda Zoo, the guy that you've been looking for since Shenmue 1 because of the letter. He basically just gives you that one like look. It's so weird the way he like got in there, and he's just sitting in a table not doing anything, waiting for you to open that door. so you could find
Right.
him. Yeah, that was so video gamey. I was like, I can't believe they put that in the anime. Why? I don't know. What do you think about that? That is that how you sit in your living room when your daughter looks for you? She's like, "Where's Dad?" And then she walks in. You're sitting in a chair, not doing anything.
That's all. I'm just waiting for. See, I'm an NPC, so I'm just waiting for the hero to come and speak to me.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's how I function. Yeah.
And then in the end, they kind of teased that there was going to be a fight with what's his name? Do New. God, what's that girl's name? All these names escape me sometimes. But Ryu and the master from the temples. Now I'm gonna get stuff for this one because
the thing is though, it's better you just don't say the names because people complained about the way you did say the names. So now just bother them even more by being like that guy. Do you think it's a good enough like ending to the episode? I mean, how do you even end these episodes? I wish they would have like kind of teased that Lan Di was coming out, like, oh, get the chopper or something. That would have been a cool like. I would have been like, oh, Lan Di, the legendary Chi Yu Min, the one that you guys been hyping up. Like, the idea that they might fight, I think, should have been more hype. The idea that Lan Di might actually fight Ryu right now in the end of the season would have been, like, slowly crawl the idea that, like, Lan Di kills every opponent he touches. This guy is 3 million to 0. He's never been knocked out. That's what he should have been saying. He's like, this guy is murdering everyone, no matter who. Anyway, he has 1,000 pounds of muscle. That's right.
That 100% pumping muscle. Anyway, so yeah, that's the end of this talk. Anything you want to add before I close it up?
Solid episode. Finally, things are moving. I'm just kind of sad that it's going to be ending soon, and I think I'd really like to know if we're going to get another season, or if this, like, I want to know what the numbers are. Is this doing well? Is it not? Is it too long? Like, maybe the anime is too long and a lot of people stopped watching. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
And tell us what you guys think of episode 10. Is this the comeback episode you guys have been waiting for? Now that we've finished the 4 Voodoo, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.